As you all know very well, I spent 5 weeks in Jerusalem this summer, studying during my sabbatical time and being exposed to different narratives of the Holy Land. If you follow news recently, you know that Jerusalem and West Bank is becoming more and more in turmoil. There are demonstrations, there are attacks, people are hurt, people die almost every day. And as I was there for about 5 or 6 weeks, I believed that the best solution for Jerusalem is to become an atheist. There is too much God and too much religion in that piece of earth. People who go to Jerusalem, they are all very, very religious. They all focus on their attention on worshiping God. Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, they talk, think about nothing else but about God, Yahweh, Allah, or Jesus the Christ. No matter where you go, no matter what newspaper you open, no matter who you talk to, it always ends with religion in Jerusalem. Religion is everywhere, on every corner, in every bus, on every TV or radio station. It's all about our God. They overdose religion over there. And so I thought to myself, the only way to solve this huge problem is to become an atheist. Because you people have overdosed on religion pill. There is too much God. There is too much religion. And it makes you go crazy. It makes you kill each other. It makes you hate each other. It makes you compete. Whose God is better? To make things worse, in Israel, there is no division between state and religion. Israel is a very much theocratic state. There is, for example, no such thing as a civil divorce. If you want to get divorced in Israel, you don't go to a court, you go to a rabbi. Rabbis in Israel are like state functionaries. And so the longer I lived this experience of overdosing religion, the more I was tempted to say atheism is the solution, at least agnosticism. You people have overdosed on that religion pill. Strangely enough, all religions focused on getting to heaven or experiencing nirvana or getting 70-some virgins, right? Or floating on the clouds after you die. All religious people focus on how to get to heaven, how to be saved. Even if you talk to any Baptist or evangelical person today, they will make sure that you are saved first before they invite you for dinner. You've got to be saved. You've got to know that you will be in heaven after you die. You've got to know that there are 70-some virgins waiting for you. All religions, for some reason, focus their attention and their efforts about how can I get to heaven? How can I be happy forever? We religious people live these lives with our heads in the clouds. We continue looking up all the time because we hope we will get there. We hope we get saved. We hope that we can please our God somehow, so that our God will reward us in the life to come. It's all about heaven, right? No, it's not. Today, in the Gospel, a young man asked Jesus this very question: what can I do to be saved? What can I do to get into the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus tells him, you know the commandments. And he goes on quoting from the Decalogue. You know 10 commandments, right? I am Lord your God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt take not my name in vain. Thou shalt honor the Sabbath day, right? Wrong. Again. Even though Jesus is quoting from the Decalogue, from 10 commandments, he's quoting only 7 of them. Please notice that he skipped the first 3. He just erased first 3 commandments from the Decalogue, as if they were not written down on those tablets. Jesus starts with the 4th commandment: honor your mother and your father, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not covet, etc. For some reason, when Jesus answers the question how to get to heaven, he says, look at the commandments, but skip the part about God. Skip the part about God. Focus on the part when it describes how you are to relate to other people. In 10 Commandments, if you ever watch the movies, there are 2 tablets, right? Moses comes down with 2 tablets, with 2 iPads. On one iPad, there are 3 commandments, those that relate to God, and on the other one, there are 7 remaining, those that relate to other people. The first one speaks about how we are to worship God. I am your God, there is no other gods. Not take my name in vain, and honor the Sabbath day. These are the first 3. And Jesus ignores them. He's focusing on how you are to relate to your sisters and brothers. This is how you get to heaven, says Jesus. Forget the God part. Forget the religious part. Focus on human being. Focus on how you treat other people. You may pray in the temple every day and still be a piece of beep. You may go to church every Sunday and you still may abuse your sisters and brothers. You may keep the Sabbath holy. You may be the most pious person ever, and at the same time annoy everyone around you. For some reason, getting to heaven in Jesus' mind is not about God at all. It is about your sisters and brothers. It's not about religion for Jesus. It is about how you relate, how you treat the people next to you. There is one more passage in the Gospels when Jesus speaks directly about heaven and hell. Only one single passage when Jesus addresses the issue of who goes to heaven and who goes to hell. It's in Matthew 25. In that chapter, Jesus follows the same pattern. He says, I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. I was naked, you clothed me. I was a stranger, you welcomed me. I was in a hospital, in prison, you came to visit with me. Go to heaven. You did not feed me, you did not give me water, you did not welcome me in your midst, you did not visit me, you did not help me. Go to hell. Notice again that in that passage about heaven and earth, there is not a single word about God or religion. Not a single word about how you are to pray, about how you have to honor God, about how you have to be a religious person. Not a single word in Jesus' mouth about God or religion when it comes to getting to heaven. Sometimes people overdose on religion. Sometimes we are too much focused on our end than on our now. If you want to get to heaven, you cannot live with your clouds up there, with your head in the clouds. You have to live with your feet planted on the ground. You have to see the face of Jesus in your sisters and brothers. Even you can forget about the first 3 commandments and focus on the 7 remaining ones. Our opening hymn, once again, I will go back to this text, underlined the most important part of our Christian faith. Help us see that they are you. Help us see that by helping my brothers and sisters, we are helping you. That's how you get to heaven.